What's up, loves? It's y'all Ram in the Bush, Princey 215. Gaia and Geb is amazing. They all see this fucking title, right? So listen, right? Divine Feminine. This is for Divine Feminine. Are you a red flag or are you a value system check? Because energy transference is real, right? So when people say that, when you hear a divine feminine, when you hear a feminine woman speak on not having friends or not having a social life, that is not because she is a red flag. The red flag is to be any person who is aware, self-aware of humanity and have any self-awareness, any intellect of the biology of human interaction. Any person would think and say, oh, maybe this female has a value system check. A value system check meaning that this female is not going to be entangled with any energy just to say that they are a part of a tribe. Because when you love yourself, you are aware that who you hang around, you will become and act like them because it is in our human biology. It is innate in us to follow and to pick up other people's habits. You might not even be aware of it. You start saying the other person's word. You start doing what the other person is doing. So as a woman, if you are hanging around women who, let's say, for example, they are cheating on their men, they treat their men like shit. As a woman, that is going to be a conflict of interest to your own moral system, to your own value system check, because you as a woman don't move like that. So just to say you have a friend, yeah, these girls might be good in all other areas, right? Right? They good in all other areas, but look at how they're treating people. If these females that you have to associate yourself with are not treating people adequately the way that you treat them, if they're not treating people the way that you treat them, because y'all have to remember, no matter who we deal with, everybody has baggage, right? So whatever situation we get into is going to be a reciprocity, a reciprocity entanglement regardless. Because if this person shows up for you, you feel obligated to show up for them. And if this person is, and if you are friends with this person and they are not in the value system that you are wanting to be around, you are going to feel obligated to now return those favors. And which is also doing for you on the inside. You are battling with your own self because you don't even want to be around this person. Why? Because you don't like their values. So if a person tells you they don't have friends, that is a sign for somebody to sit back and think, wow, this person is truly self-aware. Having self-awareness is knowing the things that you want to do. And having self-knowledge is knowing what it is that makes you who you are. So if you are aware of what makes you who you are, and that is your value system, that is your own morals, then that means you have to be self-aware of the behaviors that you're doing. So if you are being around a group of people just to be around them, but they're doing things that does not align with your own self-knowledge and your own self-awareness of self, that is not going to be a ideal situation for anybody, right? And I want to get into something else before I end this, right? Because at the end of the day, a spiritual Jeffrey Dahmer is real, okay? Just as you would think, just as a parent does not want their child to hang around an evil person, a bad child, just like you don't want to be around somebody who's evil, who's killing people, right? But is it okay to be around a spiritual Jeffrey Dahmer, somebody who's spiritually manipulating people, somebody who's spiritually beating people down, talking bad about people, making people feel bad about themselves, right? That is not good. Nobody's not going to want their child to be around a child that is not conducive to their evolution. And with that being said, another part that I want to make is the whole delusionality of females who think that, oh, well, when I have a friend, as soon as you get with a man, you act completely different, right? Let's really get into the biology of this. A female and a male is creating a bond that is like no other. The most divine and important relationship on this earth, the most impactful relationship, is a sexual relationship and is to have a child. Those two are the most important relationships because the child comes from the sexual relationship. That is the bond. That is the unit. So yeah, you have a girlfriend. As soon as she get with a man, you right, she's going to leave you for that man because they are binding on a whole different plane, on a whole different level. They are literally releasing chemicals within each other that you are not releasing with your girlfriend. So yeah, she's going to leave you. The chemical that is being released from her body with her man does not compare to that with you. So yeah, you're right. Y'all are so in y'all ego thinking that my girlfriend's trading on me because she has a man. The most important relationship is that relationship with her man. So at the end of the day, it's delusional for y'all to think that somebody's supposed to just be around a bunch of a group of women and to just automatically leave their man for a female. like that is a red flag, because the most divine counterpart is the unit between the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Whatever comes from that is the second most important, because the unit, the structure, is the woman and the man. So I wrapped all this up to say that basically, if a female is working on herself, doing what she got to do, healing herself, she's not going to be pressed to just be around a bunch of females who are not in a moral check system as she is, because that energy is going to be transferred. Energy can never die, it can only be transferred. If you allow yourself to be entangled with situations that are not conducive to your evolution, it's going to come out in other areas of your life if you do not approach it head on. If you are not telling people, if you are not aware of your triggers, right? If you, because that, again, that's a conflict of interest. If you are not aware and being active about what the conflict of interest with your own interests are, it's going to come back in your life in other ways. It's going to come back. And the last thing I want to say is, yep, I said everything I had to say. So there we go. I did that real quick. The only relationship that truly matters